record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Mavericks pull it in.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Unloads from 13. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Brunson. By himself. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To the left wing. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
It's really tough to game plan for Kristaps Porzingis, one of the top inside-outside threats in the entire NBA.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Bates, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish. Enough. Now, here's Doncic. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Bates. Fall with the rebound. Boston leading by 4. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
Yeah, this is a great rivalry, guys. I mean, even though they're in opposite conferences, you look back and these teams have a lot of history.
Now here's Porzingis. 17 points in his last outing. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And that's now 6 points for Porzingis. And now the first timeout call here for Boston.
And you watch the way Doncic runs this offense. He's become a master at the pick and roll. Incredible to see someone run it to perfection.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Now here's Rozier. On the wing, Williams. And the pass to Langford. 5 on the clock. And the basket by Rozier. And with Doncic in the pick and roll game, he's so good at such a young age.
It's amazing how well he reads the defense. But he can also freeze the defender or create confusion with that hesitation. He has all the tricks to run it.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Pass to Porzingis. Foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Robert Williams. That's his first personal. Second.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
I think what really pops about Kristaps Porzingis is 7'3", yes, but it's the sweet shooting stroke and the deep range. But let's not forget, when this guy came in the league, he was an absolute force in the shot block.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Now, here's Doncic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Bates. Porzingis trying to get free. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Marcus Smart is one of those guys you want in the trenches. He brings great effort on the defensive end every night, and he's a willing shooter at the most critical moments.
And here is Rozier.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
The Celtics.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to...
Okay, man. Time to make some noise.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Miller, and it's Hurt in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Greg pulls it in. Celtics leading by 8. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Here's Hurt. It's tipped. Greg passes to Pritchard. Out to the right wing. Duke can't get it to go.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the rejection by Tatum.
Probably the most underrated aspect of Jason Tatum's game is his defense. Size, length, strength, you name it, sends that one back.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Got a piece of it. On the wing, Brown. Off target from outside. Mavericks trailed by 14. Here's George, and the rejection by Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said, being able to dictate and control the game like he does. He never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Time now for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Mavericks head athletic trainer. He told me it's a hairline fracture of the arm, which they currently have stabilized. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
Celtics leading by 12. Pass to McClung on the wing, Brown. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to McClung. The shot's good. Brown making the play. McClung's got his second bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now, here's Doncic. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's blocked.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Kicks it to Tatum. Now the pass to Brown. Unloads. The offensive rebound.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big foul. Dallas calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Substitutions.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Passes it to Bates. That one off the back iron and out.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Smart against Hardaway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Well, what phenomenal work deep inside the post. Smart, willing, and able to get himself to the line.
Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he can't get the first one. And for teams that have gotten off to a less than ideal start to the season, Doris, what strategies or even more?
Well, I think if you're a head coach or a member of the front office, it always is an opportunity to evaluate where you are, win or lose. But I think the first few months, you've got to think about, all right, is the whole group connected? Are they working toward winning? Are they being unselfish and putting the organization first? If you can answer those questions, then you can make your next move.
Doesn't go that time. And Hardaway with it. Picked up by Rozier. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway's got his first bucket in this one.
What a beautiful blend of size and athleticism. Boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing work inside.
The 10-footer. Here's Fall. And he banks in the layup.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Rozier defending. Six to shoot. Outside, Porzingis. Deep. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. and he sinks the second. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Here's Duke. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and that one is good.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Celtics lead by 15. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see something go in. It feels good to see him go in early. And felt good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Out in front of the half is Boston. They lead by 15. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let the defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me of me in the game. That's why they call me the Jet. Get down the court fast as can. Come on.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they're not finding good shots, and that starts with their ball movement. Too much hero basketball. We need to sharpen up the attack. More motion, quick cuts, get the ball inside. There's no way they're coming back with that type of game.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. On the court right now for the Celtics. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. And it's McClung in at the point guard. It's deflected. Here's Brunson. Doncic outside. Brown. Here's McClung. Celtics passing it around. Out to the right wing. Mavericks with the rebound. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Now, here's Doncic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tatum on the wing. Brunson covering. Count it. Tatum's got the first bucket of the third here for the Celtics.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here's Bates. Brunson on the money from 12 feet away.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Guarded by Porzingis. To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Dallas calls timeout, and for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe Greg give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Doncic. A second chance effort. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Brown.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Oh, Marcus Smart, a tenacious defender, which doesn't always show up, I think, sometimes, Doris, on the statistical sheet after the game.
Well, and in fact, Kevin, different teams have different defensive metrics trying to measure that impact. All you have to do, though, with Marcus Smart is watch the guy work on that end. The way he tracks the play, the way he anticipates, just the energy he brings on the defensive end changes the equation.
Boston shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Langford comes in for Jaylen Brown.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Hardaway. Can they get it? Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Greg gets the bucket. Greg's got 14 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Sharp, the pass to Hardaway. A minute 20 left to play here in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Sharp, the second chance points on the tip in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's McClung. 7 points in the game. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Here's Hurt, guarded by Smart. With the teardrop, the shot off that time. Good D by Williams. Now, here's Langford. Defense right on him. Yep, that one goes in there.
Able to follow through on the shot, even with the contact. Good concentration there by Langford.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ntilikina looking it over. No good with the triple. Here's McClung. What a play. Certainly drains it in at the buzzer.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress at the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pass to Williams. Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Pritchard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And for Boston, the 2 Williams are the 4 and the 5. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Pritchard in at the 2 spot. And it's George missing. The Celtic shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Here's Rozier. Miller grabs the miss. Rozier's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Miller outside. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
You're starting to be able to trust that Terry Rozier is going to make these finds.
Rozier defending. The pass to George. Here's Hardaway. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. They get a hand on it. Rozier, the pass to Pritchard. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from George. Fires the 3. And they'll get another chance. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bounce pass from Rozier. Passes it to Duke. And new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. And so George will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Back to Hardaway. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Checked in for Dallas. And a change for the Celtics. Langford's checked in. And the Mavericks with possession here. Offensive rebound. Sharp. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Celtics.
Great job by this team closing out. Blocking a bunch of shots and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
We all know that injuries are a part of the game, Doris, but it seems like for taller players, bigger players, there can be an additional challenge. Why is that?
Well, think about it, Kevin. If you're a 7-footer who maybe goes between 250 and 280 pounds, playing an 82-game grind with so little time for rest and for healing, the modern game with all the movement that's required, that is particularly challenging for any big man of that size.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Langford. Here's Duke. 5 to shoot. Over George. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Hardaway. Back to George. Over to the wing. Now, here's Sharp. Tight defense on him.
2 minutes.
Here's Hardaway. Misses off the left iron. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Langford has it in the corner. And the Celtics another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Sharp, the pass to George. Off target with his 3. And here's Boston. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Here's Duke. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. George passes to Hurt. No good that time. Williams with the defensive effort. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.